Welcome, Kim and B-Commerce cohort. This is 2x3N's marketing report for FenceIt. This report has been prepared by Chad Blinken, Kim Coulson, Nat Jekyll, Ben Klein, and Adam Saar. FenceIt Vinyl Fencing Limited is an innovative mid-sized vinyl fence distributor and installer looking to expand into the Vancouver market. FenceIt CEO Chad Blinken approached us with the ambitious goal of becoming the leading provider of digless vinyl fencing in 2 different geographical markets. For this report, we focused on helping them succeed in Vancouver. Our first step was research into a myriad of topics, from internal structure, nature of the business, demographics, market segmentation, and more. From that, we drew information to form a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat chart, that we could use to help identify marketable differentiators and assets that FenceIt could draw upon. Looking first at strengths, FenceIt is run by CEO Chad Blinken. His wife runs the financial portion, and they employ 2 journeyman carpenters, 1 laborer, and a part-time assistant. Since acquiring FenceIt in 2013, Chad's intention is to expand into the business-to-consumer market in Vancouver. The good news is that FenceIt has a lot of assets to draw upon. Chad is an exceptional entrepreneur, and he's able to leverage his involvement with several companies to the benefit of FenceIt. His extensive background in marketing means that he didn't neglect this area and has budgeted $50,000 towards marketing efforts. His company is in good financial shape, and with the help of Royal Roads Education, Chad should be able to address all financial concerns. The product itself is a new entrant into the market. While Vancouver has access to vinyl fencing, FenceIt will be introducing a steel reinforced version and will be the first mover with this product. It has a superior lifetime warranty over similar 30-year vinyl warranties and is expected to last 2.5 times as long as wood, making it very economical over the long run, especially when you factor in the reduced maintenance. Another important differentiator is Chad's focus on do-it-yourself or DIY applications, which are fully supported by FenceIt, providing customers with an opportunity to save on installation costs. In short, FenceIt has significant advantages as it enters the GVRD market. FenceIt also needs to know where it is vulnerable. We have identified the following areas. The company doesn't have a lot of tangible assets, so it will be difficult to use those assets for collateral should FenceIt need more capital for expansion. In other words, financing will need to be developed through a different route. Steel pole differentials are unknown in Vancouver, which will require customer education. FenceIt itself is an unknown in this market with no reputation or brand. FenceIt's human capital is in Yorkton, and they will need boots on the ground in Vancouver. While the product is patented at the supplier level, there is no supplier exclusivity, and companies that invest in new technology could become quick market challengers using the same supplier. Finally, the product itself is expensive to repair. While it is unlikely that it will require significant maintenance, misuse of the product or accidental destruction could be a significant financial setback to the client. There are advantages to working in the GVRD for FenceIt as well. First, the product is eligible for a tax credit. If FenceIt is interested, they can try to leverage cultural intelligence against the growing immigrant population, who have demonstrated a strong DIY behaviors. The product is plastic, but requires fewer chemical stains or paints than wood and is entirely recyclable. This could go very well with Vancouver's green attitude. Finally, the product itself is hardy and will be able to stand up to the rainy Vancouver climate. Additionally, there are concerns about opening into this market. The GVRD is still facing an economic downturn, which might put home renovations on hold. Word of mouth and business complaints have a much greater impact than before in this computer-savvy region. Furthermore, fencing guidelines in the GVRD are restrictive and must be carefully adhered to. While the fence will be quite secure against the elements, excessive moisture can lead to staining and mildew if proper care isn't taken. These are all concerns FenceIt should address when entering the market. So who is in the market already? There are actually a number of fencing companies and indirect competitors as well. Home Hardware and Home Depot both supply vinyl fencing, albeit in a limited variety. The danger from these stores though comes from their brand identity as a do-it-yourself destination, making them a likely first stop for many of our potential customers. Among other fencing companies, our survey made it hard to identify a market leader. Instead, we looked at the type of fencing companies they are facing. Great Vinyl Fencing is primarily an installer, and Elegant Vinyl Fencing is primarily a distributor. Both offer a DIY option and provide installation or shipping options. However, they also both rely on their relationships with contractors and don't have much centralized marketing. To stand out, FenceIt will need a customer focus on a specific demographic. Midlife DIYers were the first demographic we investigated. They represent the largest age bracket in the GVRD and will continue to grow over the next decade. They rank hobbies and workshops as number 6 on their renovation list, making DIY projects a natural fit, especially when tied to looming retirement financial concerns. Using data from Statistics Canada, we have identified 6,145 potential customers. However, as these represent homeowners that could have more centrally located homes, more care must be made to ensure that all bylaws and fencing requirements are met. Growing problem in Vancouver is rising housing costs. We are one of the most expensive North American cities. For families that want the white picket fence and a yard, but still want to work in Vancouver, the only choice is to relocate to a municipality on the outskirts. These young professionals represent a growing demographic. Motivated by security and family-friendly goals, coupled with longer commutes to return to their old neighborhoods, many young couples will seek to turn their homes into their main entertainment and destination for their family. While there is still a smaller demographic, rising costs of housing will likely continue to drive new couples to single homes in the Tri-City areas and further. Small strata owners and strata corporations represent a growing market in Vancouver. With the price of land so high, developers are increasing residential density by building small-scale townhomes and condominium developments. While the demographic has a great variety of ethnic, age, or professional differences, the requirements of the Strata Property Act, coupled with group decisions, means that the majority of these smaller stratas can be marketed to as an individual and are mainly motivated by privacy, security, and cost. The individual costs per owner are reduced. However, jobs are often larger than for a single-family dwelling, making them attractive to FenceIt. Recent legislature now requires stratas built after December 2013 have to obtain a depreciation report every 3 years that will set out maintenance schedules for all common property, including fencing. This means that stratas will be aware of fencing requirements and become potential customers for FenceIt. To determine which demographic was worth marketing to, we ran some simple numbers and evaluations. We had a number of variables that were difficult to account for, so assumptions were made around population, eligibility of homes, and a lower than normal divorce rate in the GVRD. Our first question was around the ethics of marketing to a group, assessing both if it was ethical and if there were no considerations we would need to address. Both midlife DIYers and new family relocators have no serious issues, but as we are marketing to a council member or owner who has a responsibility towards the entire strata property, we need to make sure that the transaction is transparent to all parties when dealing with small strata owners. Market size and value had a clear winner with small strata owners. They are more than 3 times the value of the closest demographic. Ease and accessibility determines how easy it is for us to differentiate to our target markets and our ability to get communication in front of them. While we can market to schools for new family relocators and we can partner with retirement offerings for midlife DIYers, the public information available for strata council members makes them easy to reach as a prime purchaser, while their superior job size means that we can invest more time in each sale. Finally, while midlife DIYers and new family relocators could refer us to friends and neighbors or purchase a secondary house themselves, small stratas are often managed by a strata manager who look after 10 to 20 similar properties, presenting us with excellent referral opportunities. In summary, it is clear that FenceIt can develop very well marketing to small strata owners. There are a number of advantages to both the client and the company, the client receiving all of their needs and the company getting a nice bump in income. The larger job size provides sustainable income and the ability to focus on getting the job done right. The referral income from an excellent product will provide even more business, and it could allow FenceIt to develop a business-to-business market down the road through association with developers and home warranty companies. We recommend that FenceIt markets to small strata owners. With an estimated 6,000 stratas available in the GVRD, this demographic will provide the base for FenceIt's launch in the region. The secondary and tertiary markets could be considered in the following years. FenceIt's marketing statement is simple. FenceIt is the one vinyl fencing provider that provides stratas with a true maintenance-free fencing option because of highest quality materials in the industry backed by a lifetime warranty and the patented DIY installation method. With this statement in place, the goal will be to obtain $150,000 in sales or a return on investment of 3 to 1. FenceIt's product is similar to others in the region, so special note will have to be made of the unique steel reinforcement to prevent warping, and then the superior warranty that provides. Further communication will need to discuss the general benefits of vinyl fencing in comparison to other building materials. FenceIt is currently available for access on the web through an in-house maintained website. Product questions, free quotes, and communication with FenceIt staff are all available through this portal. While strata composition varies, young couples in Vancouver are drawn to condominium and townhouse purchases due to the lower price tag. This will allow FenceIt to leverage online tools for marketing like Facebook, Twitter, and others to increase awareness of their product. Direct marketing to strata council members can also be valuable, as you can send communication to the 3 or 4 people in each building who actually make purchasing decisions. FenceIt can also attend trade shows and home and garden shows to attract the attention of strata unit owners. Considering the quality of its product, FenceIt is comparably priced at $27 a foot for DIY installation. At $35 a foot, it is also economical to have FenceIt secure a contractor to install it for you. If 2 side-by-side neighbors are interested in installing fences, there will be a 10% discount for the entire job, not just the shared wall. Also, FenceIt requires 100% payment upfront on all DIY orders, but allows a 50% payment for installed orders, with the latter half not due until the customer is entirely satisfied. This finishes our report on FenceIt Vinyl Fencing Limited. To summarize and complete our report, I leave you with 2X and 3N. Thank you.